Our lesson today is to learn to recognize, describe, and show transformations in geometry. Here are some vocabulary that we'll need to know to understand this lesson. In mathematics, a transformation changes the position of a figure. The resulting figure is what we call the image of the original. Images resulting from the transformation are congruent to that original figure. So they're same size, same shape. So transformations don't change the shape or size of a figure. There are three main types of transformations that we're going to learn about. The first is a translation. The figure slides along a straight line without turning. You might have seen this as a slide before, but today we're going to call it a translation instead of a slide. So a translation is when the figure slides along a straight line without turning. Notice how the ice skate just went from one spot to the next. It didn't change or turn in any way. The second type is a rotation. The figure turns around a fixed point. You might have seen this transformation to be described as a turn before. We're no longer going to call it a turn. We are now going to call it a rotation. Notice how the ice skate does not look the same direction as it did before. In a translation, it just slid and it was facing the same direction. Here it's rotated, it's turned, and now facing a different direction. And finally, our last one is a reflection. In a reflection, the figure flips across a line of reflection, creating a mirror image. You might have seen a reflection be called a flip before. We're no longer going to call it just a flip. It's now a reflection. Notice that it flipped along that red line on the picture. I want you to look at this. Can you identify each type of transformation? Is it a translation, a rotation, or a reflection? Look at letter A. Letter A is a reflection. It reflects along that line. It's a mirror image. Look at letter B. What type of transformation? Letter B is a translation. It's just sliding from one spot to the other. It's not changing its direction or anything. It's just changing location. Let's look at these two. The first one, again, is a translation. It's just sliding to a new location. And finally, let's look at this last one. This is a rotation. It's rotating from one spot to the next. It is changing direction along a point, and there you can see the point of rotation on the slide. At this time, you are going to be ready to do some practice. Make sure you are reading through the directions so you know exactly what practice you need to do, and then at the very end, you need to show me what you know. If at any time you have any questions, please let me know.